As the worldwide interest for the travel industry keeps on rising, improvement organizations are assembling increasingly large traveler resorts. So in the present video, we're going to count down the best 15 generally huge, lavish inns and vacationer resorts. We should start with number 15, the Burj Al Middle Easterner Jumeirah. The Burj Al Middle Easterner Jumeirah isn't simply an inn, it's a gleaming story of Dubai's brassy dreams transformed into reality. This engineering work of art, looking like a magnificent deal ascending from the shores of Dubai, recounts to a story that starts with a visionary ruler's desire. Back in 1999, when flip telephones were still considered innovative, Sheikh Mohammed Canister Rashid Al Maktoum had a wild thought: why not form an inn that is not only a inn, however, a taking off reference point of extravagance, charm, and dauntlessness. Thus the Burj Al Middle Easterner was conceived, parading its sail-like outline that has become equivalent with the region presently. How about we talk size? This isn't your generally ordinary inn, it's a lofty pinnacle of splendor that stands 1,053 feet tall, ascending from its own man-made island like a phoenix from the ocean. The Burj Al Arab brags unrivaled perspectives on the Bedouin Inlet and Dubai's modern horizon. Those deserts, better believe it, they aren't simply deserts, they're rambling to floor castles fit for sovereignty and goodness. Definitely the eateries. Envision feasting in a submerged wonderland at Al Mahara, encompassed by a entrancing aquarium. It's totally crazy, yet stand by, there's more. What about a helipad on the rooftop on the 28th floor? That's right, there's a helipad. They've held tennis matches and commencements up there, demonstrating that at the Burj Al Middle Easterner even the sky isn't the cutoff. However, the inn isn't simply tremendous or even sumptuous, it's out of this world awesome. Number 14, Atlantis the Palm. Okay, since we've proactively gotten the ball rolling with Dubai, why not find a comfortable place to sit and just a little here? Settled on the gleaming coastline of Dubai is the Atlantis the Palm. It's sort of an odd name, yet one of the most extreme inns the world's consistently seen. This set of experiences of this now notorious escape begins back in 2008 when it arose as a confirmation to Dubai's creative ability. However, the just inquiry is, does the lodging live up to its name? Well, in short, the response is indeed. Arranged at the summit of the Palm Jumeirah, one of Dubai's famous man-made island molded like a palm tree, Atlantis stands tall in the sea. Its area is a demonstration of Dubai's desire to consolidate engineering advancement with the regular magnificence of the Middle Eastern inlet. Yet we should plunge into its interesting highlights. Picture a water park where the rushes are the name of the game. Aquaventure Water Park is only that, with heart-beating slides that dive you through shark-filled tidal ponds and stream rides that wind through submerged scenes. It's an adrenaline addict's heaven. And if you've of all time longed for strolling on the sea floor, the Lost Chambers Aquarium makes it the truth. It's like walking around an antiquated ruin encompassed by energetic marine life. That is all great, yet how large is it? While covering 113 sections of land, Atlantis is more than a lodging. It's a rambling jungle gym of extravagance and relaxation. It houses over 1,500 visitor rooms and suites that have shocking perspectives on the Middle Eastern inlet or of the notable Palm Jumeirah. And for those who need to feel like sovereignty for a day, or on the other hand, the individuals who are genuine eminence, the Regal Extension Suite is the spot to be, as it traverses the curve between the two pinnacles of the hotel. Yet we should not disregard feasting either, with an eating scene as various as the seven oceans. Atlantis offers a lot of eateries run by widely acclaimed VIP culinary specialists. Music. Number 13, Marina Sound Sands. Okay, we can't allow Dubai to have a great time. Singapore has been doing all that it can to make itself the nation of the future. The Marina Sound Sands, ascending from the core of Singapore, simply overflows luxury for a fantastic scope. Its story started in 2010 when it was uncovered as a image of Singapore's advancement and desire. Its roost on the edge of Marina Sound. This incorporated retreat complex consistently mixes workmanship, advancement, Furthermore, lavishness turning into a symbol of the city's horizon arranged on almost 40 sections of land of prime land marina narrow sands is. In addition to an inn, it can feel like a city. Unto itself, there are a lot of spots for first-rate gaming, shopping, eating, and obviously straight chilling. 3. Taking off towers that make up the complex are associated by a marvelous roof deck shaping the incredibly popular endlessness pool that seems to extend into the sky. It's kind of as though somebody tried to place a metropolitan desert garden in the mists, making one more common experience for guests. However, do whatever it takes not to peer down. Since it's genuine, it's not just about the size. The Sky Park roost on the towers highlights rich gardens, a stunning perception deck, and that notorious vastness pool that is turned into a must-see Instagram background. The workmanship Science Historical Center, formed like a drifting lotus blossom, features imaginative displays that mix workmanship, science, and innovation, adding a scholarly aspect to the retreat's sumptuous contributions. Number 12. The Venetian Retreat Inn Club. The Venetian Retreat Lodging Club is a heavenly accolade for the sentiment and panache of Venice. It remains as a famous desert garden of extravagance on the sparkling Las Vegas Strip. Its set of experiences started in 1999, at the point when it was imagined as an objective that would ship visitors from the desert region of Nevada to the entrancing channels of Italy possessed by Las Vegas Sands partnership. This hotel is a extraordinary way for Americans to feel like they're in Italy without, in fact, crossing any boundaries. It's situated at 3355 Las Vegas Avenue South. The Venetian catches the pith of Venice's notable appeal and joins it with the energetic energy of Las Vegas. The resort is important for a bigger complex known as the Venetian Retreat Las Vegas, which additionally incorporates the Palazzo Pinnacle, making an extensive safe house of unadulterated extravagance. Furthermore, how enormous is it? Well, the Venetian flaunts more than 7,000 suites, and assuming that you play your cards right, you may very well get comped a night or two here. The retreat's focal point is its shocking proliferation of the fabulous waterway, where visitors can take a relaxed gondola ride under painted skies, total with singing gondoliers. With careful scrupulousness, the resort's engineering and configuration mirror the Venetian experience, from cobblestone roads to mind-boggling frescoes that enhance the roofs. The Venetian is likewise home to the terrific channel shops and upscale shopping objective, with north of 160 shops offering everything from creator style to distinctive suites. And then, at that point, with regards to eating, the hotel exhibits a different cluster of top-notch eateries, each serving up culinary delights from around the globe. Number 11. The Ritz-Carlton Hong Kong. Hong Kong has a great deal, putting it all on the line. Clamoring markets, scrumptious food, craftsmanship, engineering, and obviously nightlife. And then, at that point, there's the Ritz-Carlton. The Ritz-Carlton was first settled in 2011. Furthermore, is roost right on the global business community, the tallest structure in Hong Kong, on the off chance that you're searching for an exceptional encounter in Hong Kong. This is all there is to it. Situated in the West Kowloon locale, the Ritz-Carlton Hong Kong is claimed by Song Hong Kai Properties and overseen by the Ritz-Carlton in organization. Its vital position inside the global business center awards visitors astonishing, all-encompassing perspectives on the famous Victoria Harbor and the city's consistently advancing horizon. And kid, does it get directly down there around evening time. The components of this transcending showstopper are noteworthy too. Say the most unstanding 1,614 feet tall. It possesses floors 102 to 118 of the ICC. This design jam houses 312 exquisitely designated rooms, each having floor-to-roof windows that outline the city's scenes like your very own craftsmanship piece. And discussing workmanship, the inn has turned into a material for significant minutes. The Ozone Bar, arranged on the 118th floor, is the world's most noteworthy bar. Furthermore, offers unrivaled settings for refined social events. Remarkably, the and facilitated the all-around-the-world famous cook. Alan Dukas' incredibly famous cafe. Alan Dukas at the Ritz-Carlton Hong Kong, which held 3 Michelin stars, which is no simple accomplishment. One of the champion highlights of the Ritz-Carlton Hong Kong is its extravagant spa, which gives quiet departure in the midst of the cities. Hurrying around the spa offers a reach of rejuvenating medicines and treatments, all intended to orchestrate mind, body, and soul. The inn is no more unusual too, giving remarkable scenes to large-time worldwide occasions. In 2018, it facilitated the Victoria's Mystery Design Show, which for some explanation attracts onlookers from far. Furthermore, wide it's likewise quite possibly of the greatest, most sumptuous lodgings in the area. It's a diamond of abundance arranged in a metropolitan setting. It's really hard to beat. However, that doesn't mean we can't attempt. Continuing on toward number 10, the Emirates Castle. You know you're in for a treat. At the point when a spot has castle in the name, the Emirates Castle remains at this point another glorious demonstration of Abu Dhabi's glory, its aspiration, and its endeavor to push itself solidly into the future. The castle's set of experiences follows back to 2005, at the point when it was imagined as an image of the joined Bedouin Emirates lavishness. It's arranged on an unblemished stretch of shore. This compositional work of art ranges more than 210 sections of land, exemplifying Bedouin friendliness onto great scope, strolling down the road. Yet it's difficult to miss with a stunning 394 rooms and suites. Emirates Castle remains as a brilliant castle-like safe house. The monstrosity of the property is apparent in its amazing aspects. Traversing almost 1 mile long, it gets the eyes and wallets of guests with its rambling nurseries, luxurious well springs, and carefully planned engineering. While the expense of a stay here can change, Emirates Royal Residence offers a scope of facilities to take care of different inclinations, and so even the least expensive room actually cost a chunk of change. From extravagant desserts that enjoy each possible occasion, even incomprehensible extravagance, to rooms that give a more unobtrusive yet at the same time extravagant cushions inside, the Emirates Castle gives its very best for cause everybody to feel like a star. Conveniences here are completely far-reaching. The lodging has a confidential oceanside blushly scene pools and best-in-class wellness focus to siphon iron and get that confidential oceanside case. This is an comprehensive retreat that you don't at any point need to leave. Culinary devotees can take pleasure in all the eating choices, each offering an unmistakable gastronomic excursion from conventional Emirati dishes to worldwide flavors. For those longing for the kinds of home as one would anticipate, Emirates Castle has played host to more distinguished occasions and popular characters than you could shake a finger at. The inn was the scene for the quick and the irate 7 debut, meaning any semblance of Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, and the Stone has graced the corridors here. Number 9, the MGM Great Las Vegas. Okay, we're back in Vegas. The MGM Great in Las Vegas remains as an unbelievable foundation of the notorious Las Vegas Strip. Whether people are coming to Sin City for the initial time or are prepared veterans, they're halting at the MGM. Terrific. The place is totally insane. Its set of experiences is saturated with aspiration and a lot of cash. With development starting in 1991, the retreat authoritatively opened its entryways in 1993, and it turned into the biggest lodging complex on the planet concerning size. The MGM Great Las Vegas is huge, to say the most. On the hotel includes 6,852 rooms, making it quite possibly of the biggest lodgings on the planet. Its famous green glass exterior ascends 30 stories, offering all-encompassing perspectives on the clamoring strip. Also, the encompassing desert scene. There's additionally the 17,000 square feet of game room space where visitors can test their look, possessed and worked by MGM Resorts worldwide. The excellent Las Vegas is one of the more unmistakable Vegas destinations on account of that mark. Gold-colored outside and thundering lion's entrance. Fun truth: the hotel's unique entry comprised of a monster Lion head made of fiberglass and a blocky search in appearance while guests entering through the lion's mouth yet. Where is that lion presently while the powers behind the lodging really wanted to? Seeing that speculators coming from China viewed it as misfortune to stroll through the lion's jaws, so they essentially kept their hands and their money in their pockets, so they changed the lion to what we see here today, other than when or probably lose all of your cash. What else could you at any point do with the MGM Great Las Vegas? The more straightforward inquiry, can't you do the hotel brags a hoard choices from top-notch amusement to high-end food, gaming, and shopping? Visitors can pig out themselves at all the incredible eateries, yet the pisto obstruction is the unbelievable Joel Robuchon 3 Michelin-featured eatery. The MGM Fantastic Las Vegas has likewise been a most loved objective for movie producers. For those with a sharp eye, they'll perceive every one of the scenes from films like C's 11 and Downpour Man that were shot here. The MGM Great is forever an American pop culture. Number 8. The Square Inn. You could say that the Square Inn sits cozily in Manhattan, yet you'd be dead wrong. The Court Inn is a champion in the Manhattan horizon, with a set of experiences as rich as the city it lives in. Was built in 1907, the inn was planned with complexity at the front, the way that the inn is well north of 100 years of age, despite everything going solid, says a ton, particularly since so many of the most popular inns are so youthful. But then over a century after the fact, the Court Inn proceeds to remain as a notable image of New York City's loftiness, claimed by Katara Accommodation and overseen by Fairmount Inns and Resorts. The lodging has the best standout property in NYC, Fifth Road and Focal Park South. It's set at the ideal junction of Manhattan's social and business centers, bringing in certain that the cash is streaming at all times. Yet the Court Inn is a milestone, and which is all well and good, strolling into the Square lodging is a vivid experience on its own. It's part in park scam and part history exhibition hall. Surmise and participate in evening tea here at the Palm Court, where immortal style meets contemporary pizzazz, and for the individuals who grew up perusing the Eloise books, they'll perceive this place promptly as the nominal character's number one spot to stop and taste. The Oak Room and Oak Bar radiate the vibe of a past period, while the Champagne Bar offers a determination of fine rises for those looking for a refined, bubbly guilty pleasure. The Square lodgings' celebrated lobbies have likewise set the stage for various film and TV creations. Prominently, it played a focal job on the exemplary film Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, where Kevin McAllister remained for quite a long time, putting everything on his father's MasterCard. Even Donald Trump made an appearance. Regarding size, the Court Inn ranges 20 stories and highlights an assortment of facilities from lavish suites to rich rooms, each using its own exceptional appeal. Its aspects place it among New York City's generally conspicuous and celebrated inns, a fundamental piece of the city's texture. However, commit no error, you're going to require significantly more than blockhead change to go through the night here. Continuing on toward number 7, the Success Las Vegas beguiling complex current. These are the words that best depict the Success Las Vegas development of the resort. Began in 2002 and its fabulous uncovering occurred in 2005, introducing another time in Las Vegas development. Really, this wild foundation is the brainchild of the visionary business person Steve Gwynn, a symbol who reshaped the city's diversion scene, and the city has never been similar. The Success Las Vegas set the vibe for all that came after it, which is saying a ton. Worked under the regarded standard of wind asset restricted. The Breeze Las Vegas is where it's at its conspicuous position on the notable Las Vegas Strip, neighboring to its kin property Reprise at Wynn. Las Vegas arranges it at the very focal point of the city's amusement, gaming, and extravagance scene, and the size of the Success Las Vegas is completely mind-blowing. Lodging north of 2700 immaculately planned rooms and suites. Foodies are welcome to set out park on a food visit through a labyrinth of top-notch eateries, including the acclaimed SW steakhouse, and the cherished Mizumitos. Attracted to nighttime charm can enjoy the dynamic energy of Interest Club, a stronghold of upscale nightlife that goes on until the sun comes up. A golf safe house wind golf club planned by famous Tom Fazio offers a peaceful escape in the midst of the city's clamoring energy. There is no deficiency of activities here, and something like that draws in all kinds of guests. Hollywood's look has been enthralled by the charm of the Wind Las Vegas with the retreat arrival. Its striking setting to various realistic and broadcast creations. Prominently the blockbuster film 21, which digs into the domain of high-stakes betting, caught its scenes inside the resort's dynamic atmosphere. At times, you're up now and then you're down, and now and then Lawrence Fishburne takes you out back to show you a thing or two. However, hello, that is Vegas. Number 6. Lodging. Adlon Kopinski. It might not be a major, conspicuous, splendidly lit expanding on the water or Nightfall Strip. Be that as it may, it is quite possibly of the most notable in the world. Has at any point seen there's an air of tastefulness here that won't simply ever be recreated. Development of this lofty home started in 1905, denoting its place as a zenith of obliteration, was a distinct sign of the commotion that contention brings, and following the conflict as the city set out on the way of recuperation and remaking, the lodging story took a astounding turn. Perceiving the meaning of the foundation, endeavors were embraced to re-establish it to its previous brilliance. As far as scale, the inn remains as an engineering wonder. It highlights more than 300 rooms and suites, each impeccably intended to ship visitors to a domain of lavishness. It got its place among Europe's generally famous lodgings, praised for its social and authentic importance. Number 5. One and only Rithi Crude. All right, the name says it all. The one and just Rithi Crude is a heaven on the planet, found right at the core of the Maldives. Dissimilar to lodgings in a clamoring city, this retreat offers unadulterated are in the most tropical of normal settings. Its name brings out a feeling of eliteness and grandness, and as it should be, this is the all-in-all one and only. After all, the name may not be the most smart, however it tells you precisely what you really want to know. This wonderful hotel is a showstopper in the universe of cordiality, offering an unmatched break from the common. Furthermore, into a world that feels almost immaculate by man. Situated in the North Malay Atoll, the unrivaled Rithi Crude is an encounter. Everything started in 2005 along the white sandy sea shores, close to clear sky blue waters and lovely palm trees. So, what's it truly prefer to remain here? Well, when you step foot on the island, you're encompassed in a feeling that rises above creative mind with a blend of broad, confidential manners. Also, select homes, each with its own stretch of oceanside or overwater roost. The hotel makes a desert spring of security. Furthermore, serenity, yet for a fairly steep cost. However, commit no error. The manners are significantly something beyond a lodging. A portion of these manors are bigger than your typical home. In wording of this size, it traverses above and beyond 100 sections of land, embracing the regular quality of the Maldives. It remains as one of the biggest confidential island resorts in the district, further upgrading its status as a objective that gives an abundance of encounters. The catchphrase here being abundance. The hotel offers something a minimal different. Don't anticipate finding any exhibition-esque anterooms or gigantic gaming floors with spaces aplenty. The one also just Rithi Crude is tied in with keeping things chill, from lolling in its impeccable sea shores and enjoying alleviating spa medicines to setting out on submerged undertakings in the dynamic coral reefs. The hotel offers an embroidery of encounters that take special care of assorted tastes. And talking about taste, the food here is executioner. The A-list cooking ranges from Asian flavors at tapas purpose to Mediterranean motivated dishes at fondita, each offering a choice mix of taste and feeling. And when you're remaining on the water, you know it's protected to request the catch of the day. The one what's more, just Retira seems to be the ideal setting for a James Bond film. Excessively well, since it will be, it ought to look recognizable to current Bond fans, as it was the scenery for Skyfall, and assuming it's sufficient for 007, then it's sufficient for the rest of us. Number 4. Bedroots Royal Residence Lodging. Bedroots Royal Residence Lodging is a regarded foundation tracked down in the chilly yet cherishing heart of the Swiss Alps. It stands as an immortal recognition for this district, situated in the charming town of Holy Person, Moritz in Switzerland. This unbelievable lodging flaunts a celebrated past that dates back to 1896, when it was brought about by the visionary Badward family that makes it the most established inn we've seen up to this point. Today, the lodging's commencement was driven by a trying plan to make a safe haven that typifies the pith of high enchant while giving an unparalleled cordiality experience. The acknowledgement of this vision started when Johannes Badrud, a groundbreaking business person, stretched out a bold greeting to his summer guests, asking them to investigate the colder time of year charm of Samuritz. This striking drive catalyzed the introduction of winter, the travel industry in the district, setting the stage for the terrible Roots Royal Residence Inn's famous excursion, and that excursion was cleared with gold, since they rounded up great many dollars rapidly. The rambling Naya is an astonishing lodging situated in the core of Marrakesh, arranged in the lower regions of the Mapbook Mountains. This castle-like lodging has woven a story that rises above time. Worked during the 1920s, La Mamamonia's set of experiences traces all the way back to a vision of making an objective that epitomizes the wonder of Moroccan legacy. The inn's name offers recognition to Sovereign Mole Mammon, the child of Morocco's ruler at the time, who administered the property's underlying change into a fantastic and throughout the long-term law commemoration's appeal has been elevated by its celebrated past, with its walls bearing observer to snapshots of importance, from imperial get-togethers to eminent big-name visits. It involves a rambling bequest of more than 20 sections of land with rich nurseries, peaceful patios, and magnificent engineering that can cause anybody to feel like sovereignty. Until checkout, it has a sum of 209 rooms and suites, each carefully intended to summon a feeling of richness. Furthermore, solace the facilities pay praise to Moroccan plan components as well, imbuing conventional feel with present-day accommodations. One of the inn's most prominent elements is simply wonderful little spa, a safe haven of unwinding and revival. The 17,000 square foot space offers a scope of medicines propelled by Moroccan ceremonies and customs, drenching visitors in a tangible venture that weds present-day health with old practices. Once they step through the entryways, it doesn't take long for visitors to disregard everything in the rest of the world. What works everything out extraordinary isn't simply its physical extravagance, however, its job as a social safe haven. The lodging's design features agreeable mixes of Moroccan, what's more, Moorish impacts portrayed by multifaceted mosaics, lavish entrances, and lavishly adorned roofs. The rich gardens with their fragrant citrus trees, furthermore, dynamic greenery, give a quiet desert spring in the midst of the clamoring city. Yet this place likewise has a remarkable history behind it, and it's assembled a remarkable standing throughout the long term. In a 1935 letter to his spouse, Winston Churchill expounded on the lodging statement: "This is a magnificent spot. What's more, the lodging is one of the most outstanding I've at any point utilized." End statement. One of the bars at the inn is presently named after Churchill. Furthermore, it was a shooting area for Alfred Hitchcock's film The One Who Knew, as well, much with James Stewart and Doris Day. In 1956, Mamunia was composed by Paul McCartney in 1973 while remaining at the inn. This lodging is impeccable to the point that they have in a real sense sung tunes about its wonder, meaning long after the entryways have shut, the memory of the inn will live on until the end of time. Number 2. In Ducap, Eden Rock. Initially worked as a confidential house in 1869, the inn de Capitan Rock was fortunately changed over into an inn just after 20 years in 1889. The narrative of this lodging is just about as heartfelt as the land it sits in, first known as the Estate Soleil. The property opened its entryways for journalists looking for motivation, obviously not. Much occurred during that 2 decade spell, however, when well-known Italian hotelier Antoine Sila purchased the property. Everything changed, given more than just a name change. A pristine structure was worked around 400 yards from the fundamental inn, and the higher class of society started to rush here. Names like F. Scott Fitzgerald and Ernest Hemingway played into the inn's set of experiences, remaining here to rest, re-energize, and obviously party, adding to the rundown of renowned hard celebrating.